Max Verstappen wins his 5th in a row. No one can actually stop Red Bull. I'm sorry.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Here he comes, our champ.
And he goes there as well. There's a master.
Unbelievable. Absolutely brilliant. As they do their final lap of honour. But seriously,
Standing ovation for that crowd.
no one can stop the Red Bull. Max Verstappen, every single time this season, 10 races in, they're on the podium. But what an unbelievable day for the McLaren. Norris P2, Piastri P4, and a Hamilton P3. You must be happy for Mercedes.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I mean, I thought he drove really, really well. But I'm even more happy for Norris, you know, because what a race he drove. He took the lead at the start, couldn't hold on to it. Obviously, that Red Bull's just so good, but he drove a brilliant race, Norris. So happy as I am for Hamilton, because I love Hamilton, but for Norris, I'm overjoyed for. I mean, what a weekend for McLaren, and Piastri in 4th as well. I think, you know, the driver of the day's got to be one of those two, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be Lando, surely. I mean, I do think maybe Max let him go in front at the beginning just to get the crowd going. You might disagree, Rich.
Yeah, to be honest, as a driver, you never do that. But honestly, I was completely wrong in my prediction. They didn't have the deg that I expected, at least. But I had to say, coming of age, Oscar Piastri. I always thought he was going to be a superstar, and I think it's kind of evident that he is. But 2 talking points, apart from the fact it was Oscar Piastri, I have to say, I got the football people to a Grand Prix. Now, how's the atmosphere been? Have you guys enjoyed it?
Had a brilliant weekend. Honestly, yesterday with qualifying and today, it's just been such an amazing experience. And I think it's really different when you watch it at home. You don't realise how, firstly, loud the cars are. You don't realise how big the cars are. And it's just a whole different experience. I've loved every minute. You?
Yeah, no, it's been incredible. I mean, the speeds that they drive at, just everything about it's incredible. You're watching it and you're dreaming that you could be in that car as well driving. You know you wouldn't be able to do none of that, but you're dreaming that you could be in there. And the atmosphere at Silverstone's been incredible. The weather's held as well. Yes. It's really been a fantastic event. It really is. It's something I think, you know, if you're out there, you've got to get to. It's something really special.
Yeah, it's once in a lifetime type of opportunity. It's been absolutely amazing. More about the race. Ferrari not at it today at all.
Well, they were at the beginning, but then during the safety car, they just, you know, P9 and 10 when you're that strong at the beginning, and you just look at it and you go, okay, we said they were going to have a flat race. There wasn't anything much about the car this weekend. Just not fast enough. Simple as that.
Why is that though? Because surely that's something that they must be working on. Why in their upgrades do they not address the issue? They've got no race pace.
It's very, very hard. It's extraordinarily difficult to compete against those guys. And I tell you, some of the engineers in Formula Ones, they are revolutionary guys. And yeah, it's just not easy. Simple as that.
So then we have to give credit to Mercedes for their upgrades, McLaren for their upgrades as well. Alonso and the Astons, nothing really to shout home about again today?
Yeah, weren't really their race today. You know what I want to do? I want to give some, because we're talking about everybody, apart from the guy who won the race, Verstappen. I never used to really like Verstappen, right? But I have to say, I've got so much respect for him. He's just like, he's an ice cold killer on the track. You know what I mean? It's not his fault. He's got the best car, but then so does Perez have the best car. But it's just race after race after race, he's just dominating. And I just think this guy, like, he's great.
Put some respect on my boy's name.
No, he's an incredible driver. You know what I mean? To just do what he's doing at the moment, you know, is unbelievable. I hope we can get like another car where people can compete with him. But even if they did have exactly the same car as him, the way in which he drives, he's an incredible driver.
Yeah, he's absolutely unbelievable. And I think, I don't know if you've heard, me and Matisse, we've started a new segment called Perez Patrol, keeping Checo in check.
I had to say, you're not going to like this, Abby. Do you know what Verstappen's reminding me of right now? Thierry Henry. You know, an assassin.
No, the other day I was at the tennis, and these Man City fans said to me, he's the Man City of motor racing. And he is like that. He's the Pep Guardiola of motor racing. He's just relentless. He doesn't care, you know what I mean? He doesn't care that people are saying he's one-sided. He's here to win, and that's it. And he's doing it all the time.
That's why I've backed a winning team, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
It's nice for once in my life that I can have some joy when it comes to sport.
You should really be supporting Haas. I mean, that's sort of in line with Tottenham, you know what I mean?
So you should really be Ferrari, an old gem that just can't quite cut it. Let's talk about Mercedes, because it was a really good drive from Hamilton today. They improved a lot from yesterday, and a respectable 5th place for Russell as well.
They did, and to be honest, George looks really strong at the start of the race. He got slightly screwed by the safety car, the timing of it, the strategy and stuff like that. But, to be honest, I think when you actually look at it, and we're watching here, both of the drivers I think they had a good day today. And, Lewis was battling Lando and battled him hard and everything. We try and go around the outside of Luffield is challenging at the best of times, I promise you. But no, they obviously they're winners and they want to win, and Lewis has obviously got, the history he's got here, and it's not satisfying for them, but I think they did okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to also just kind of touch on Perez. I know we did a little bit, and we spoke about it in the preview and yesterday as well, about how you can't, at the moment, he can afford to underperform because of how good Max is. But today, managing a P6, is that something that we should be proud of from him coming from P16?
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, it's so difficult to overtake at Silverstone. I mean, we saw that with the Haas's at the start. We had Kevin Magnussen starting at the back. He bailed immediately, tried to put the soft tyre on, and to be perfectly honest with you, it's very, very hard to overtake here, very hard to follow. So yeah, okay. And Max wasn't dominant today. It wasn't like he won by 20 seconds or something. So Red Bull didn't have the car that they normally have. So no, I think Sergio actually did pretty decent today. Okay,
at least you're keeping Checo in check. Don't know if you guys at home will feel the same, or Matisse will feel the same. I don't think Max actually got out of third gear, so excuse the pun. Yeah. But I don't think he even felt the need to push today. I think it was very cool, calm, comfortable. Maybe you disagree, but I think if he needed to put the pressure on, he probably could have done. And I guess, kind of just put his foot down and push more. But I felt that he knew that once he was in front, it was inevitable. What's been the best part of your weekend, Rob?
I've just been with Richard, right? Because watching the race with an expert like him, the way he's breaking it down, telling me about tyre degradation, and he made the race even more enjoyable because I just listen. I follow F1, I watch it on TV, but just listening to him break down everything, the load on the car and stuff like that, just made the experience even better. So thank you very much. But it was an incredible weekend. And I loved it. I loved every minute of this. This is fantastic. I'm coming again.
So we're going to see you more on Track GP.
100%.
We're going to see you more gracing us on Track GP. What's been the best part of your weekend?
It's a weekend off for me from the regular day job and the pressures that drivers are under that people don't see. People actually see normally. Okay, we get to drive fast cars, and I'm in the unbelievably fortunate situation to be able to call that a job. But I'm a fan as well. So to actually come to a race and be able to enjoy it properly with my mates and everything. I've got some of my schoolmates here. It's really cool, and sometimes you pinch yourself a little bit, and I've just had the best time ever.
It has been an amazing weekend. Obviously we have a little break now, and then I think it's the Hungarian Grand Prix, am I right? What are we expecting in Hungary? Have we got any upgrades coming in the next couple of weeks?
Well, Budapest is infamous for how difficult it is to overtake, and also it's a circuit where you need massive downforce. I did the track walk at Hungary last year, and I tell you, you cannot believe how tight that place is. It is so tight, it's unreal. So I don't know, we had to see the list. I mean, at the minute it's a bit too early to look that far, but to be honest, Budapest is one of those where it looks hard to overtake on the surface, but every year it's a good race. So that's the one thing we can guarantee, is it will be a good race.
So we have Budapest in Hungary coming up, and then we have the Belgian Grand Prix before we have summer break. Just one more question on upgrades. Do you think once we get to summer break we might see some driver changes, some other upgrades? What do you think? Look into the future for me. Predict what we might see over the summer break.
I genuinely don't know, but I could tell you there's a summer break. Yeah, no one has a break in motorsport. It doesn't happen. So the engineers will be working every single night and every single day. They'll be lying in bed at home and they'll be reading a book, but I promise you, half of their thoughts will be on how they can make an aero upgrade. I promise you.
Summer break was more for us at home. But until then, it's been a brilliant weekend. Thank you so much, guys. It's been wonderful. You're on the podcast tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Look forward to hearing it. And I'll be back for the Dutch Grand Prix in August. The Dutch Grand Prix, where it'll be a home race for me. Until tomorrow, see you later, guys.